€4. No receipt. Good morning and welcome from the airport Düsseldorf-Weeze. I must find no parking and it's raining cats and dogs. One day, €25. Willkommen. Willkommen im Club. Yeah, good morning everybody. Welcome to the airport Düsseldorf-Weeze. There are the planes already. And I'm flying now to Poland. To the east of Poland. They have flights from here 2 hours to Olsztyn-Mazury, to Masuaria or Masuren in German. And it is now 5 o'clock, 5 minutes. Takeoff is at 6 o'clock. I'm parking at parking P1 and this is the little airport. I travel only with hand luggage. Boarding has started. Nice rabbits. At the same time as the flight to Tanja. I can only recommend Tanja. What a beautiful day! My God, the mood of all the people is a nightmare. I should have better flown to Tanja in Morocco. Ah, but it will be better later. So we will be landing in 30 minutes, it's 7 o'clock now and it's a brand new plane I think. Looks very good. See you later in Poland. So welcome to Polska. This is the airport Olsztyn-Mazury. And this airport was built here in the 1930s by the German Secret Service. And they had a jail here, and in 2002 and 2003 the CIA used this airport to transport some people who had something to do with the 9/11, if you know what I mean. So welcome to Poland. Yeah, this is the airport here. That looks nice. That looks nice. And there's an ATM, but from Euronet they have the worst rates. They have the worst exchange rates. Yeah, I will be tomorrow. Okay. Yeah, the bus will be leaving in 1 hour from now. It is the minibus to Olsztyn, and I made a reservation before on WhatsApp, and that has cost me, I gave him 15 euros and he gave me back 10 zloty.
Mamy już ten, wylądowaliśmy, już jesteśmy, bo będziemy jechali Kętrzyn.
So. Welcome to the bus station of Olsztyn. This is the bus from the airport. I arrived with my Ryanair flight 1 hour ago, and now I want to go to Kętrzyn. I think this is my bus there, but I must ask. I have only 10 zloty and it's 11 zloty. bus now, and I gave him €5. I had only 10 zloty, and I think €5 is okay. I don't know. I think normally it's 11 zloty, that is like €3, but I gave him 5, but it's okay. I have no idea. I'm now one bus earlier than I planned. It will be now a 1.5 hour bus ride to Kętrzyn. It is here the great bus. There's nobody in the back side, and there's the McDonald's. Normally I wanted to go to McDonald's because I thought I had 1.5 hours time now, but it's very good that I had an earlier train, and then I skipped that. And let's go now to Kętrzyn. This is in German called Rastenburg. Before I was filming the ride from the airport to the city here. That was 1 hour and had cost me, my God, how much was it? I gave him €15 and he gave me back 10 zloty, and now I gave him €5. And the other bus ride was 1 hour, and this one is now here 1.5 hours. And it's nice, I must say. It is great that there is no waiting. There's also no time for smoking. I just got out of the plane into the minibus, into the toilet, and to the minibus, then here to the train station, to the bus station, and now I'm in the next bus. Yeah, it's great. I love it. It's much faster than I thought it would be. Here's Obi. I saw so many factories. Here's Mercedes. I saw so many German shops here. They should all open the factories here. Also Marco and Michelin tires. They should all come here. It is very clean here, I must say. It just looks fantastic here, I must say. It looks absolutely fantastic here. Also the condition of the roads is great here. It is very clean, and it is very normal here all. It's good. It's good. I will talk later when I'm outside. But they don't speak English here. Nobody's speaking English. And they don't speak German also, so they speak Polish, and I had German, and then English, and it's okay. There's another big factory. Yeah, it's a very nice bus ride, I must say. It's fantastic. I normally don't use these buses here. That is like a bus in Germany, like we have in our cities. You cannot use them anymore there in the country where I'm from. It's impossible to use such buses, but here you can use them. Here they look how they looked in my country years ago. And here the streets are great. And as I said before, the airport where I landed, it's a very small airport, and I was thinking, why did they put this airport there in the middle of nowhere? But that is because the German Secret Service in the times of in the time when the Second World War started, they built this airport there, and I'm traveling now to the bunker where this guy, I don't want to say now the name here, I will call him Adolfo from now on, where he lived 800 days, and where he planned all the cruelties, and it is very terrible what they did there, and I'm absolutely against that also, and we will see it will still take some time because it's at the end of the world, this bunker, and yeah, that's where we are going now here. And It's a very, very relaxed bus ride here. This is now here the entrance area of Mrągowo, and there's a shopping mall in the backside. Behind this brico here, and there's a McDrink and KFC, and that is here a very nice city. There's a lake, and I will go there later. I'm now exactly since 1 hour here riding in this bus. There's another supermarket, Dino, and a church. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's also beautiful weather. Here's now one bus stop. The Marie Curie bus stop. Marie Curie is from Poland, by the way. If you ever heard of physics or something like that, I don't know. Here's a bus stop, and on the other side there's the bus line back to Olsztyn. And another supermarket, Biedronka. Hotel Kowalski. They have very nice hotels at the river, at the lake. There's Lidl. Lidl is billig. And I think I will stay later here overnight. Then this was a bus from Kętrzyn back to Olsztyn. I'm for the first time here, but I planned it all with Google Maps. But it's nice to see it now in real. Here's the next bus stop. The Mrągowo bus stop. Rondo Przezowiaków. It is a small lake, and behind that lake there's a very big lake. The police station. There's Kaufland. So here's the bus stop. This is the bus stop, Mrągowo Hospital. We are now in Kętrzyn, and I want to go out at the Wolfsschanze station because there are banks to get some zloty. That is the Wolfsschanze bus stop here, and I'm now here in the center of this small city and have to find something to drink and to change money. There's a post office. So I just changed money here at the Kantor exchange, and at the Polska Bank they couldn't change it, and they sent me here to this Kantor, and now I can drink something and then find a taxi to the next destination. And this is here the church, Parafia Sveti Katarina Kataczynski. Yeah. Jesus Christus Król Polski. Amen. Yeah, there's an ice cafe and a hamburger restaurant, but they don't have terraces. I normally would like something with a terrace where I can sit outside, but it looks like a very quiet city here. They have a Chinese market, a Chinsky market, but they don't have any cafes where you can sit outside. That is very sad. So I finally found here one terrace down here. The Pizzeria Margherita. The Pizzeria Margherita bar. And they have also a toilet. And I've changed the money there before at Kantor and then walked a bit further here, and then I must get now a taxi to the final destination. That was my taxi here, and I have to say that again. So now we arrived here at the Wolfsschanze, and I will now enter this compound here. So I paid now for the entrance 25 zloty, and I rented this machine here. This one, and I must press that there at the sign. And I chose it in English because I'm here also talking in English. That is the entrance here where you buy your ticket, and then when you come with a car you can drive in here, and yeah, here the compound starts. Yeah, there's a restaurant. I will go there later. And I must say, I wanted to come here already before some time, but it's so difficult to come here. It's such a long journey. But now they have the flights from Düsseldorf to the airport where I flew today, to Olsztyn-Mazury. And then from there I took the minibus 1 hour to the city center, and 1.5 hours the bus here to this other city, Kętrzyn, is how they name it. And then the taxi for 10 euro here to this. And I will now start here the tour. I put my own headphones. we're here. When you listen to this, you get so much information that you cannot talk anymore. Here, this is a hotel. There's an ATM from Euronet. Souvenir shops. That's the reception. Everything here that makes no sense. That was here the entrance area. And he expected that he would stay here a few weeks, but then in the end it was 800 days, and then he became totally paranoid, as we all know. And I will just walk through it. Yeah, here was the assassination attempt took place, which unfortunately didn't work. And that is too much information that I get here in my ear. We just walk through it. Yeah, these guys took away the mines that were here after the war. That were guys from Poland. Yeah, here are some exhibits.
W tym tajnym sztabie dowodzenia stacjonowała stała załoga licząca 2000 osób, pełne pół mieszkania, kino, południa.
Yeah, this is here a bunker from 1941. It's shelter for the guests. Yeah. I don't want to live here. Yeah, all these assholes met here. Yeah, this is here the bunker. This is where this soul lived for 800 days. Like a huge block. Terrible. And no windows. No wonder that he got completely paranoid in this thing here. I can only say here you get completely sick in your brain when you hear all that here, when you see that here. That is, also nobody is laughing here or smiling. Also in the city before, there is absolutely, I don't know, there's absolutely negative vibrations here of frequencies, and I'm glad that I will be leaving soon, and I cannot recommend it. Better go to another place here in this area. Especially when you listen to all this here, what they're saying, all the names and all, and you get completely paranoid. And then you can only vomit. You can only vomit when you hear all that. Yeah, I will save now the battery and see you later when I'm in the restaurant here, because I still have some time. I ordered the taxi guy to pick me up later again, and then go to the bus, and then I would take the bus to the lake at Mrągowo, because that is completely sick here. When you live 800 days in such a bunker here, then you get completely insane in the brain, in the sick brain. And here was a tea house where this absolute sick psychopath invited his guests and was complaining about the mosquitoes that were all here. Yeah, and then when the Russians came, they tried to blow this thing up here, but it didn't work. That is here the remains. Yeah, this is completely sick. It's completely sick.
W każdym razie, słuchajcie, jeśli chodzi o śmieci, to...
Yeah, what I don't like is that there are no emergency exit signs here. Where are the emergency exit signs that you can leave? And if you don't want to walk anymore the whole round, because I have enough of this. I've called already my taxi, he will come in 15 minutes and then I go to a beautiful place, not this shithole here. And the people who sleep here in this hotel must also be completely sick in their head. It's not understandable how someone can sleep in such a hotel. Thank God here's the parking lot. My car will be here in 15 minutes. That smells nice here with this soup, but I cannot eat here. Thank God this visit is over. That was the last thing I wanted to see about this whole thing. I have seen now everything and it's enough. It's a long time enough. It is over and it's terrible, but we should not forget that. That's the point here. Nobody should forget what happened here. It's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, that was a 10-minute ride back for 50 zloty. That is like 10 or 11 euro, and that is the old train station there. But they don't use the train at the moment. Here's the bus stop. I will put the name here in the description. And there's a bus, and my bus is coming in 20 minutes. And then I go to Mrągowo. And I think it will be more beautiful than this place that I just saw. Yeah, this was here the minibus I took from Kętrzyn now to Mrągowo, and I had the last seat, and now I will go to the lake and then here in 2 hours at 4 o'clock, now it's 2, I will go back to Olsztyn. Yeah, there's the gas station I left behind here, the bus over there. Here's the police station, and now according to Google Maps I have to walk 13 minutes to the lake. That's a little bit too long. That's a little bit longer than I expected, but it's okay. Yeah, this small shop there, they were selling marmalade in like glasses, like 200 or 400 milliliters. And if you take them in your hand luggage, then at the airport they will take them out of your hand luggage. That happened to me when I was in France, and then I had foie gras, goose liver paste in my hand luggage, very expensive, and then they told me I cannot take that inside the plane, it's a paste, that's illegal, and then I opened it and threw it in the dustbin. 40 euros. So take only here, buy the marmalade only if you have checked in bags. No hand luggage. Unfortunately my battery is almost over here and I forgot my second battery. But it's very loud here because they have the cobblestones and it's very loud. It looks nice. But it looks also a bit, not so wealthy here, of course. No, that is not easy. They need factories here to make money, in my opinion. In front there is a famous pierogi shop for this Polish Polski pierogi, this food, and the kebab shop. And I'm still looking for the lake. And here the Pope, John Pavel II, from Poland, I think from Krakow. And now we are here at this beautiful lake in Mrągowo. And there's this hotel Molo, Gorsinec Molo, where I wanted to stay, but that is more for couples. I think that is so romantic. That is too romantic for me now. And they have nice rooms here and a swimming pool. And in summer you can make boat rides here. There's also a boat, but I haven't seen the schedule here. Yes, it's very nice. In summer there are beaches also on the other side. There's a cultural palace and there are several other good hotels. And this battery is dying now here. So I will either switch now to my mobile phone or maybe I can charge it, this camera here a bit. This is much better here than the place that I saw before. Thank God this also exists here. Very nice. You can also rent boats here. There's a telephone number. But till now the people, almost nobody spoke English. That is here from this hotel. Next to this palace-like building here, there's a free ground you can buy. If you have too much money and want to live here, then you can buy it and build a palace here. And have a look on the lake. And then in the distance, that is the only nightclub here, or discotheque, Club Standard. But it's open only on Saturdays. And on top of it, there is an apartment that you can rent for 300 euros with a whirlpool. And that are the two other options here directly at the lake. This hotel, I put the name down, and this one here, they have all balconies. But it is all a bit trist. Maybe in high season it's nice. I mean, it's very lovely. Yeah.